Hi there, join me in this video when I spend a morning in my back garden bird hide. If you're a regular of the channel, you've probably seen my bird hide before, but if you're new to the channel, then this might be quite interesting to you because I'm going to show you around my bird hide and my feeding station, and then I'm just going to spend the morning sitting in the hide photographing birds. And quite often when I'm here, because I'm in one place and the birds are very close, I get better photographs than if I was out on a reserve. So I really enjoy it, and it's just a great way of spending a couple of hours because it's really relaxing and very calming as well. So stay with me this video because I'm going to show you why I really enjoy my photography. One really important thing to remember is to keep your feeders really clean, and it's advisable to do that at least once a week because it prevents the spread of disease, which is really common when garden birds visit feeders. Because there's so many of them all in one spot, the disease can easily be transmitted. And so I get a bucket of water and all of my feeding tubes can be easily taken apart, and then I give them a little bit of a scrub in warm water and just make sure that they're nice and clean. I call this my bird table of Theseus because barely any of it is original. The only original part is this round piece of wood here. It's had a new base and a new top because the original just fell apart, but it's given me the opportunity to put a plastic lid on the top, which makes it really easy to clean. Yesterday I spent about an hour reorganising the perches here on my feeding station, and it's always a good idea to do that if you've got this kind of setup because it just keeps everything interesting and you don't get samey photographs. Now over here is my feeding table that you've just seen me clean, and it's important to have some feed off the ground because some birds prefer that. Then I've got a piece of branch here between the feeding table and the main feeding tubes, and hopefully some birds will land on that. Then I've gone back to a setup that I haven't used for a while, and there's a big piece of wood just here that I can attach other branches to should I want to, but birds can land on this and it will look quite natural. And so I might get some bigger birds like wood pigeon or collared doves landing on there and get some nice photographs. Then I've attached another branch underneath, and so this is a really useful branch. It's quite thin and it gives the birds lots of opportunities to land just before they jump over to the feeders. Then I've got another little twig just down here, again very close to the feeders, so it's a really ideal place for a bird to land just here before it goes and feeds. I've got a big wood pile where I've saved a lot of branches, and this particular one has got a lot of really interesting moss, so I've put this here. That should make an interesting perch. This tree trunk here is one that I found, but I've drilled holes in the side and pushed suet into it, so this attracts things like nuthatch, woodpeckers, and I've even seen a treecreeper on here as well. Just here is another tree trunk that I've saved because this was really interesting. This hole in the front is a great attractor of birds. If I put some seed in there, this hole here frames them really nicely. And then just over here I've got an old gate, and on the back there's a little trough that I can put some seed into so the birds can land on the top of here, and all together it just makes for some really interesting opportunities to take photographs. Now another thing that I did yesterday is just trim a few branches off these trees here behind the feeding stations, because quite often I do find that when the birds land up there they look really natural, but often they're just obscured by other branches, so I've tried to just clear a little bit so I get some better photographs. If you are enjoying this video, you can become a friend of the channel by clicking the like, subscribe and the bell notifications, because it really helps out the channel, but it also makes sure that you don't miss out on any future photographic content. And after you've finished watching this video, you can leave via the gift shop, because there I've got lots of merchandise available on Teespring. when you first get into the hide, you'll find that it'll probably take 5 or 10 minutes for the birds to arrive, because they kind of have an alert status and they know when there are people around, and it'll take them a while just to settle down and feel comfortable to come back to the feeders. And usually the first ones to visit will be something like a robin, a blue tit or a great tit, and then the longer you wait, the more birds will feel comfortable, and you'll start to get some more unusual species. Some will take 15 minutes to half an hour before they feel comfortable. Now, one little trick you can do if you've got a friend or a family member, that if you walk towards the hide with the other person and you stay in the hide and the other person walks away, birds aren't very good at counting, so it confuses them and they don't realise that there's somebody being left in the hide. Now, that's not the case for every single bird. Something like a jackdaw tends to be fairly clever and they've got limited counting ability, so they're not always that easily fooled. And other birds really don't like any kind of movement, so you have to be very careful. Just small movements of the camera from right to left can be enough to scare the birds off, so you have to still be quite quiet and quite still if you want to get some good photographs. As I quite rightly predicted, the first bird to visit the feeding station was a robin, but it landed on the feeding table. Now, generally speaking, when I'm in the hide, I don't take photographs of birds on the feeders. I wait for them to be on one of the perches because they look more natural and the photographs just feel more believable. A photograph of a bird on a plastic tray is just not very appealing. We do live out in the country on the edge of farmland, so quite often we get a visit from some pheasants, and one has just had a run through the paddock, so I've got some slow motion video of that and then some photographs as well while it came and fed. Unfortunately, it did want to hang around behind the feeding table, so most of the time when it was feeding and static for the longest period, it was right behind the post at the feeding table, so I couldn't get a clean shot, but I did manage to get 1 or 2 photographs. This morning has been really frustrating because I've been sat in the hide for about an hour and a half, and there's been huge spans of time where there's just been no birds on the feeders at all. Now, whether that's because of the disruption of moving the perches or me just milling about this morning. Now, the milling about this morning shouldn't have really bothered the birds too much, because as soon as I came in the hide, they usually do come back. But it is windy as well today, and it's one reason why I did choose to film from the bird hide, because the weather forecast wasn't very promising for this weekend. Now, today's Friday, but unfortunately I've got to start to go and get ready for work, so I'm going to have to film the rest of this video tomorrow, and hopefully the weather will hold up and I can get back in the hide and spend a little bit more time to finish photographing the birds and finish this video. Welcome to day 2. Now, the weather this morning is nowhere near as bad as the forecast had suggested. It's fine, and there is even a little bit of blue sky over there in the distance. I'm keeping my voice down at the moment because I want to try and encourage the birds to come to the feeders after yesterday. That was a little bit disappointing, and to help with that, what I've also done is I asked my wife to walk with me to the hide this morning while I got in, and then she's walked away, and hopefully that will help just to confuse the birds and lower the alert level. And already there's quite a few birds out there. I've seen some robin and some blackbird coming to the feeders already, so that's good signs for some better photography this morning. Well, I'm really pleased with all the new perches that I've put up. I've managed to get photographs of birds on all of them, and that's quite unusual because usually there's at least one perch that you put up that the birds don't tend to use, but they've been on all of them this morning. Now, I have just got a photograph of a long-tailed tit right at the very end, and they have been visiting quite regularly, but I've only managed to get one photograph. And I've also missed out on a Treecreeper that did visit earlier on, but it didn't hang around for very long. And then I've also had a cold tit in and out this morning, and I've not managed to get a photograph of that. I have got lots of photographs of other birds, lots of robins, blue tits and great tits, and the pheasant paid a visit as well. And I've had a really good morning, but it's getting to the point now where I've been in the hide for about 2.5 hours and I'm starting to get fairly cold, so I'm going to call it a day. So what I'll do now is I'll leave you with some of my best photographs, and don't forget to stay tuned to the end of the video to see my favourite. Well, I hope you've enjoyed spending a little bit of time with me over the last few days here in the bird hide. I've enjoyed myself, but it has been quite frustrating because there's been long periods where I've had no birds at all on the feeders, and I'm not really sure why that is. Now, I've still got lots of photographs because I have spent about 5 hours in total sitting in the hide, but also I've got quite cold because sitting still for a long period really doesn't help. So I'm ready now to go in and get a cup of tea, start editing the photographs in this video, and I'll decide what my favourite photograph was. After looking through all of my photographs, I've chosen this blackbird as my favourite. I really like the detail in the feathers. There's lots of contrast between the highlights and the lowlights. Even though the bird is black, it still does really stand out, and the fact that it landed on the perch with the moss on it really does make it quite striking. The pose is attractive, and it is separated from the background because the background's diffused but not completely plain as well, which I actually do like. So this one is my favourite. If you have enjoyed that video, I'll link another one you might enjoy just up here. You can leave me any comments you've got down below, or go over to my Instagram, Vero or Facebook account. You can also do me a really big favour by clicking the like, subscribe and the bell notifications. But all that's left now is to say thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.